Welcome to the Western Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. This is a 6x6 college fair, so each presenter will be presenting for 6 minutes. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type questions to our presenters at any point. Your camera and microphone are off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so please be sure to sign up for more. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at strivescan.com/WACAC. And with that, I'll turn it over to our first presenter, Miami University.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great evening. My name is Larissa Marple, and I work for Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. Let me get my screen up here. There we go. And Oxford Miami University in Oxford is an older university. We were the 10th oldest public university founded in the United States. We were established in 1809. And here you can see some quick statistics about our institution. We have about 17,000 undergraduate students, so we are considered a medium to large size public institution. However, our average class size is only 30. So we really like to say that we have the brains of a big university, we have the resources of a large university, but really the heart of a small school. You're not going to feel like you're at as large of an institution because we keep our class sizes so small. Additionally, we have over 120 areas of study, 18 Division I varsity sports teams, and 600 student organizations. So our student body is active and involved and very engaged in the community and the larger community in Oxford and at Miami University. Additionally, about 60% of our students graduate with a second major or a minor. So if you're interested in multiple areas of study, we are liberal arts based and definitely try to work with students to make sure we can accommodate whatever their interests are. We also have 30 combined degree programs where students can graduate with an undergraduate and a master's degree in either 4 or 5 years, depending on that program. And our professors are ranked top 5 in the nation for undergraduate teaching, which basically just means they're awesome. You're going to have a great classroom experience. And our professors actually teach our classes. We don't have large lecture halls. We don't have teaching assistants that assist or that teach the classes. It is always the full-time tenured professor. This is a picture of our beautiful campus. There's a quote from the poet Robert Frost that it's the most beautiful campus that ever there was. And of course, I'm a little biased, but I definitely think it's one of the most beautiful campuses in the United States. It has that really traditional collegiate feel. So as you can see, the big red brick buildings, the big quads, it's really just a great place to live. Additionally, the town of Oxford itself is consistently ranked as one of the best college towns in America. It's a wonderful place to live for those 4 years. Everything in the town really is focused on enhancing the university experience, and so definitely not a bad place to be. Regarding our academics, we are divided into 6 different colleges. So when you apply to Miami University, you select a major and then you're admitted into that college. However, for most of our majors, if you're admitted to Miami, you're automatically admitted into your major. The exceptions are the Farmer School of Business and Nursing, but pretty much for everything else, we try not to make that an additional barrier for entry for students. So just something to keep in the back of your mind. We try to make the admissions process as easy and simple as possible for our students. Additionally, if you are interested in 2 areas or 2 majors that are in different colleges or a minor that's in a different college, no problem. We can definitely make that work for you. These are just our quick priority or our application deadlines, with priority deadline being December 1st. It's possible these will change for next year. We haven't officially decided with COVID. Everything's still a little bit in flux, but most likely December 1st will be our first deadline, and that includes early decision, which is that binding agreement, as well as early action, which is non-binding. The big difference between those two is, of course, if it's binding or not, and then when you receive that decision. So early decision students only have to wait about 2 weeks to get their decision, which is awesome. For regular decision, our deadline is February 1st, but we always encourage students to apply early if they are able, because the earlier you apply, the more likely you are to be eligible for scholarship. For a majority of our applicants, if you have a 3.5 weighted GPA or higher, you will receive some form of merit scholarship, which is awesome. This is just a really quick glimpse at our accepted student profile so that you can have this in front of you. We have just announced that we will also be test optional for fall 2022. So this next admission cycle, we are test optional. We mean test optional. All of our honors programs are test optional. Every single major is test optional. So we really are doing our best to make the testing, for students who aren't able to access it. We're trying to make the application accessible for students. The other thing I like to highlight here is that even though we are a state institution, only about 43% of our students are from the state of Ohio. The remainder of our students are international or out-of-state students. So again, even though we're a public institution, we have students coming from all 50 countries. Last year, we had 49 states represented, and with our whole student body, we have all 50 represented. So you will not be the only student from your area, and you will definitely find something in common with other students at Miami. Additionally, we have a 4-year tuition promise. This just means that the cost for Miami University is going to be the same all 4 years that you are here, which is awesome. If you're getting one of those graduate degrees, you can still extend that, which makes it really helpful. And then lastly, just some quick statistics about our graduates. The big highlight here is that 96% of our graduates are employed or furthering their education within 6 months of graduating, which for a larger public institution is a statistic we are very proud of. So I hope you learned a little bit. I hope you have my contact information. I'll share that in the chat as well, but I hope you learned about Miami University, and I will pass it along to my colleague.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is Dominican University.
Hi, everyone. As I'm pulling up my screen, my name is Ixtel Viramontes. I'm a representative from Dominican University, located in River Forest, Illinois. We are right outside the city, just 10 miles away from downtown Chicago, so right nestled in a cute little suburb for a lot of our students to hang out and learn. So a little bit more about Dominican. We are a small private 4-year liberal arts institution. We are small in the fact that we only have about 3,000 students attending Dominican, so your average class size will be about 15 students per class with about 10-to-1 student faculty ratio, which makes it easy for students to talk and collaborate with their professors. Again, no large lecture halls and a lot of space to reach out. Besides that, we also have 50 different majors on our campus. Here are our top 10 majors, but we offer anything from health sciences, business, education, engineering, social science, fashion, and art. And we also offer a variety of interdisciplinary majors, so you can mix and match a variety of courses to create your own major. At Dominican, we also offer a variety of academic and health and wellness support for our students. So a lot of the times your professors and even peers will often reach out to support you even before you even ask for help. Besides that, even to add on to that, we offer a variety of career development for our students. All of our classes are designed to be career ready. Everything you learn in our classrooms and beyond has an impact on what you'll be doing in your career. 73% of our student population completes some form of experiential learning or some high impact experience, whether that's a research opportunity, an internship, shadowing on campus as well as off campus. There's some opportunity for you to get some of that hands-on learning. We also offer a variety of experiential learning in the Chicagoland area, as well as within the United States, the Bahamas, overseas in Europe, South Africa, Trinidad and Tobago, China, and South America. So there's a wide variety of ways for you to get involved. Along with that, Dominican prepares students to pursue truth, to give compassionate service, and to participate in the creation in a more just and humane world, with over 180 community-based learning projects for our students to be a part and help their communities to become better individuals. Along with that, we do have 14 different men's and women's Division III sports here at Dominican University. We are nationally ranked in our soccer, volleyball, and softball and baseball programs. If you are interested, feel free to check out our website at dustars.com, and you'll definitely find more information about a variety of our programs there. At Dominican, I like to describe our student body as very involved, but not in your face. So we offer a variety of clubs and organizations, ranging from interest-based, culturally based, faith-based, major-based, and just anything that you can think of. If we don't have it on our campus, then you're more than welcome to start your own club and organization here on campus. And you'll hear this a lot, and you'll hear all of us talk about how amazing the city of Chicago is and what it has to offer. Besides internship and career opportunities, it offers a lot of fun for our students, whether that's art, museums, sports, cultural events, or just a fun place to hang out and check out new spaces. The city of Chicago is pretty awesome for our students to go to on the weekends or even during the week. If there are any seniors on the call, our application is still open for you to apply. Feel free to apply on the Common App or on our website. Either one, there's no preference. We are test optional, and typically we look for students with a 2.75 GPA and above. Of course, that is weighted. We do review our applications holistically. So we do ask for personal statement and any other additional documents you want to give us. So any letters of recommendation, any other writing samples, feel free to send those our way. And we also offer interviews if that's something that you're interested in as well. If you are a junior, our application opens up in the beginning of September of 2021. So hold on, wait for your application till then, but all of the requirements are still the same. We are test optional and we'll request that additional information for you as well. And then a little bit about your financial needs here at Dominican. All of our students receive some form of merit-based scholarship ranging from $10,000 all the way up to $20,000. All of our out-of-state students who decide to live on campus all automatically qualify for $4,000 in a residence life scholarship as well. And we offer a variety of competitive scholarships in our top programs such as nursing, our health sciences, business, and our fashion and arts area as well. So feel free to reach out to myself or your admission counselor to get a lot of that information through to you before those deadlines come into play next year. And then before I pass it along to my colleagues, feel free to follow us on all forms of social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, we're on everything. And if you're interested to talking to one of our student ambassadors, feel free to scan this QR code and it'll put you in direct contact with a variety of our students based on major and even from your area. So thank you so much for having me, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is Augustana College.
All right, hopefully you can see my screen. My name is Wendy Kelly. I am your admissions counselor here at Augustana College. I am going to spend a few minutes talking about Augustana, but I really feel like the best way to experience it is to come and visit campus or participate in one of our virtual options that we still are offering to our students. So a little bit about Augustana. We are right in the heart of the Midwest. We are in Rock Island, Illinois, in an area that's known as the Quad Cities, 4 cities that are connected by the Mississippi River. We have students who are from the Midwest. We have students from all over the country, and about 10% of our students are international students. So we really are a melting pot of the world here on our campus. A little bit about the student body itself. About 2,500 students are here at Augustana, all undergraduates with the exception of 20 students who are in the speech pathology master's program. Average class size of 18 students means that it's going to be small enough for you to raise your hand in class and ask questions, get involved in class discussion. We have about 90 different majors, minors, programs of study. We've actually added a few new majors as well last year. We added kinesiology and data analytics as new majors. And we have a very active student body here. We have about 150 different clubs and organizations and activities that students can be involved in. About a third of our students are involved in athletics. About a quarter of our students are involved in in the fine arts, so music, theater, dance. You don't need to be a major or a minor to be involved in those types of activities. And really overall, the types of students who come to Augustana are students that are really looking for that full 4-year college experience. So many other different things that students can be involved in: student government, community service. The picture on my screen shows a student who's involved in Viking Pups. We train service dogs here on campus. You could write for the school newspaper, have a show on the school radio station, get involved in a special interest group like Star Wars Lovers Club or Disney Lovers Club or Ultimate Frisbee. One of the things that is a bit of a distinction here at Augustana is that we are ranked in the top 10 nationwide for the number of students who are named as academic All-Americans. And so the NCAA has a program for students who excel both in the classroom and in their sport. And of the almost 1,700 NCAA institutions, Augustana is ranked in the top 10. I have a colleague who likes to say if there was an academic All-American program for students involved in band or choir or theater or service organizations, we would be up there as well too. Our students really are looking for that full college experience. Like I said, when they come to Augustana, they're active, involved, ambitious. Many of our students will have double and triple majors and still be able to graduate in 4 years. The culture here really develops that mindset of growth for students, and it really is that that sense of community also that that students talk about when they talk about being a student here at Augustana. Our president is very strategically minded. In the last 15 years, we've invested over $100 million in renovations and additions to our new buildings. We are among a small group of colleges in the Midwest that are growing our programs. We've added, as I said, 2 new majors. We've added a few additional athletic teams, faculty services that will serve our students. And we are looking ahead at what we can do to make sure that our students are ready for what's next when they graduate from Augustana. We'll talk a little bit about preparation outside of the classroom. CORE is it's an entire building on campus. It stands for Careers, Opportunities, Research, and Exploration. It's kind of like a career center on steroids. It's the place where students will go for study abroad, to meet with their career coaches, for internship advice and meeting with the advisor there. We encourage our students to get out and have an experience beyond the 4 walls of the classroom. So we offer something called Augie Choice, $2,000 that every student can use for a dream internship in New York City or a study away program in Paris. We want our students not only to get a degree, but to have those experiences by the time they graduate. And so our numbers speak for themselves. The majority of our students will have an opportunity to do something during their 4 years here. And 98% of our students are placed within job, graduate school, or service within 6 months after graduation. My time is getting short here, so I'm going to wrap it up by saying, again, we would love for you to come and experience Augustana. In the Quad Cities where we're located, less than 20 minutes away is an airport. We do offer flight reimbursement for students up to $475. So we really appreciate that geographic diversity that's here at Augustana, and we want to encourage students to come and check us out. So thanks so much, and I'm going to turn it over to the next presenter.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is University of Illinois at Chicago.
Okay, thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. My name's Samantha, and I'm a representative from the University of Illinois, Chicago. I am so excited to share a little bit more about UIC with you all this evening. So I think that there are many things that make UIC such a great institution, but I think it's a combination of a few things that makes UIC truly a unique institution. And I'm going to spend most of my time today running through those. So the first thing that I think makes UIC so unique, there we go, is our location. We are located in Chicago, less than a mile away from the Chicago Loop. The Chicago Loop is an area some of you may be familiar with if you've been to Chicago before. It's where a lot of famous Chicago landmarks are located, and most of the big businesses that are in Chicago are located there as well. You can see the red portion that's highlighted on the screen here. This is our East Campus, and this is where our undergraduate students will spend the majority of their time. So you can see that it is very close to, right downtown Chicago. We also have a west side of campus, and that west side of campus is located in the Illinois Medical District. The Illinois Medical District has 3 huge hospitals for our students to learn in, get patient care hours in, and things like that. And then we also have a south side of our campus, which houses our athletic stadiums. We have 20 Division I sports teams as well. Now, even though we are located in a city, you're still going to get a very traditional college campus. We have 10 residence halls, a union, a huge quad, and even more than 5,000 trees throughout campus. So you're really getting the best of both worlds, a traditional college campus just in the heart of a great city. And the reason I started by talking about our location and why it's so important to UIC's identity is because our students truly treat the city of Chicago as their campus. They take advantage of things like jobs and internships, but also a never-ending list of fun experiences. Now, UIC is also committed not only to academic access, but also academic excellence. It's really the combination of the two that make our students successful after they leave UIC. We want all of our students to be successful in the major or the program that they decide to pursue. And we do have nearly 100 different majors and programs. We are the largest institution in Chicago, but again, we are committed to access. So we do ensure an engaging academic experience through things like small class sizes and the availability of our faculty. Students will always be able to meet with their faculty members in and outside the classroom for additional help. At UIC, we really believe that our students should be learning not only inside the classroom, but outside the classroom as well. They are constantly learning through things like jobs and internships, study abroad, which you can actually do on any continent as a UIC student, and through research. UIC is a Research 1 institution. This just means we engage in the highest level of research activity. We spend more than $400 million in sponsored research programs every year. And as a UIC student, you would get to participate in research as early as your first semester on campus. UIC is considered one of the most diverse and welcoming institutions in the country. In 2020, we were ranked in the top 5 most diverse institutions in the country. Our students come from different cultural backgrounds. They have different socioeconomic experiences, race and gender identities, religious beliefs, and so much more. And that really frames the kind of conversations our students have with one another. To break it down a bit further, about 40% of our students are first-generation college students, meaning they're the first in their family to attend college. And we have no ethnic or cultural majority among our student body. Now, we do have a really wide variety of support services and cultural centers to support our diverse student body. They offer a place for students to connect with one another, but they also offer a lot of different resources, from advising to tutoring to help with financial aid and scholarships and more. The final thing that makes UIC unique is our commitment to social good. Our students are known for being social justice minded, for giving back to their communities, and a lot of our courses do have community service or outreach components for this reason. Our goal at UIC is really to give students the tools they need to create change after they leave UIC. Now, I just shared a bunch of different unique characteristics about UIC. If those are things that you are looking for in an institution, then we certainly hope you apply. And here's a little bit of information about our application process. We are on the Common App. We will ask for a high school transcript, and we will be test optional for the next 2 years. So you do not need to provide standardized test scores. There is a $60 application fee, but we are happy to provide a fee waiver if the fee presents a challenge. Everything you see here are things we consider during our holistic review process. My last bit of information today is just on tuition, scholarships, and financial aid. So you can see the in-state rate and non-resident rate. I do point out in-state rate because my out-of-state students are eligible for a scholarship that brings the cost down much closer to that in-state student price you see there. You will be automatically reviewed for all of our scholarships. And of course, we encourage you to apply for financial aid as well. All the costs you see on the other side of the screen are estimates or optional costs. Now I'll just end by saying thank you again. Please don't hesitate to reach out. We are here to help, and I'll leave my contact information in the chat. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Our next presenter is Loyola University, Chicago.
All right, give me a second here to share my screen with you. My name is Emily, and I am the representative for Loyola University, Chicago. I am a regional representative, so that means I work with students in this region. I help students from the West Coast learn more about Loyola Chicago and hopefully maybe end up there. So tonight I'm going to share a little bit of information with you about Loyola Chicago in the hopes that it can help you kind of figure out if it might be a good school to leave on your list or to add to your list. Oh, there we go. We are just over 12,000 undergraduate students. So it makes us a solid mid-sized university. So what that means is it's going to feel a lot bigger than your high school, but we don't have any huge class sizes. Our average class size is 26 students. So it feels very like you get an individualized education at Loyola Chicago. Our campus is very diverse. We have all 50 states represented and lots of different students, international students representing many different countries. So it's very common that you're going to have a student from the West Coast in your dorm, if not your roommate. There are definitely students coming from many parts of the world. We are a Jesuit university, the only Jesuit university located in Chicago. So that is very much about who we are, our mission to not only educate students, but to help them learn how to be good people in the world and do something when they graduate, not just look for a career, but also look for their place in the world in a positive way. We attract a lot of Catholic students, but you can see from these numbers that we do have a big population that are not Catholic. Students come to us that are from all religions, all backgrounds, and everybody is welcome at Loyola Chicago. That's one thing I just want to make clear, that our community is a very welcoming and open community and a very diverse community. Because we are Jesuit, that attracts a very diverse population. And then of course, because we are in Chicago, that also attracts a diverse population. Many of our students study abroad. I like to mention that we have a program in Rome. We have a campus, our Rome program. So that's one of the options, but you can study in many, many different countries coming to Loyola Chicago. Our students do live on campus. We have a 2-year residency requirement, 22 different dorms offered on our campus. Something that's very unique about Loyola Chicago is that we actually have 2 campuses in Chicago. So here you can see a couple pictures of each of our campuses. Our main campus is very traditional feeling, feels like a liberal arts campus right in the heart of Chicago, about 40 minutes from downtown, right on Lake Michigan. And you can see those pictures in the top there. We also have a second campus, our Water Tower campus. Our Water Tower campus is an urban campus, 6 high-rise buildings that are spread out between 3 different city blocks. Very easy to get back and forth. Of course, public transport is excellent in Chicago, but we also have a shuttle that goes back and forth. So you can take a train, a bus, or a shuttle to get back and forth. So depending on your program, you might spend a little bit of time at our downtown campus and maybe more and more if you are of specific majors. But our main campus is definitely our Lakeshore campus. That's where our sporting events take place. That's where the majority of our students live. That's really where most of your life will take place. We've heard a lot about how great Chicago is, and I've been very grateful for the other presenters this evening, just talking about how great the city is. And I just echo those sentiments you've already heard. There's just so much that goes on there. And so it's an excellent place to come to school, because really it's true that the the city is the backdrop, becomes your classroom. That's a place where you are going to be doing research, doing internships, attending networking events, building your resume. And it's just excellent to have such a great city, behind you when you're on such a beautiful campus. These are the programs that we offer for the schools that we have undergraduate programs in at Loyola Chicago. We offer over 80 different majors. So you're going to likely find the major that you're looking for. And it's nice because of that size, you can add another major, add a minor. There's a lot of flexibility in the first 2 years for students at Loyola Chicago. You can make changes to your major. The only major you have to apply to right off the bat is our nursing program. We have a direct entry nursing program. That is a program you can't transfer into. But outside of that, there's a lot of flexibility for students to transfer between programs. A few of the programs I just want to call out our criminology and criminal justice program. You don't find that at a lot of schools. I've mentioned the direct entry program. We have the oldest social work program in Illinois. And then one of the departments that really speaks to me, I just love the School of Environmental Sustainability. They are really leading our efforts to be a sustainable campus. One cool thing is we collect the cafeteria grease from our 3 cafeterias and convert that to biodiesel fuel that powers the shuttle that goes between our 2 campuses. So you can definitely feel good about eating French fries at Loyola Chicago, powering our buses. You can see a little bit here about what goes on our campus, very diverse, lots of clubs and organizations. Here's a little bit about our application process. We are on the Common App as of this year, which I'm excited about. Testing will remain optional moving forward, and most of our students do receive merit scholarships. The way we award that is that when you receive your admission decision, you would learn if you receive merit aid, and that ranges from about $10,000 to $25,000. So, and that goes for all 4 years. So it is significant. I will put my contact information in the chat so you can reach out to me there, and I'll pass it back over to our host. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Our next presenter is Elon University.
Hi everyone, my name is Sandy Corcoran. I am the Regional Assistant Director for Admissions. I'm based in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I'm one of 2 reps here in California. We have another in Southern California. So a little bit about Elon. Elon is a mid-sized private liberal arts university located in the heart of North Carolina, in Elon, North Carolina. That's where we get our name. We are a suburb of the city of Burlington, so just about 5 minutes away from Burlington. And we are within 45 minutes of 2 major airports, one in Greensboro and one in Raleigh. So really easy to get over from the West Coast over to the Southeast there. What else is great about having Greensboro and Raleigh so close is you have opportunities for internships while still being a full-time student. Liberal arts really is the heart of our curriculum, and we have 4 different schools that we kind of spread that curriculum out. So we have our College of Arts and Sciences, which has strong programs in those liberal arts like psychology, biology, music theater, as well as music production. We have a top 50 business program in our Love School of Business, which has strong programs in finance, accounting, and entrepreneurship. We have our School of Communications, which is known for its strengths in journalism, cinema and television arts, and sport management, as well as our School of Education, which focuses on getting students hands-on learning and teaching within the classroom within their first year. We really focus on co-curricular education here at Elon. So one of our students' absolute favorite aspects of our curriculum is that you do not need to apply separately to each of the 4 schools. We highly encourage students to take and explore classes throughout the different 4 colleges, double major, minor, all those really exciting things that come with kind of putting together all of our 60+ different majors. And brand new this year, we have our School of Engineering, our 4-year engineering program, as well as our new 4-year nursing program for fall 2021. To give you a little bit about our community or to learn a little bit more, we have just under 6,300 undergraduates, and 80% of our students are coming from out of state. So coming over here from the West Coast, you are not going to be alone. And actually, California rounds out our number 10 for the students, or the number of, or rank of states where we get students from. And so that's why we're able to have 2 different reps over here on the West Coast. We are a residential campus. We require students to live on campus for the first 2 years, but we do have space for you to live on campus all 4 years, and about 70% of our students live on all 4 years. In our different 8 residential neighborhoods, we call them neighborhoods because each neighborhood consists of resident halls that have kind of somewhat of a theme. So we have some that are leadership, civic engagement, our global neighborhood, which focuses on global citizenship, and lots of other opportunities, as well as award-winning learning and living communities. You will not be bored at Elon. We have over 284 clubs and organizations, and we are part of the Colonial Athletic Association with 17 Division I sports. What really makes up or kind of creates a unique situation at Elon is that we combine our inside the classroom experience with our outside the classroom experience to really have some outstanding outcomes. So let's explore that a little bit further. So inside the classroom, we have an average class size of 20, a student to faculty ratio of 12:1, and 100% of our classes are taught by faculty. And all of our classes are capped at 33. So you are always going to be taught by faculty, and you are never going to have those large lecture courses. This really allows our faculty and our students to be able to lean into our philosophy of teaching, which is teaching through mentoring. So I always joke at Elon that you collect mentors along the way, but it really starts with those faculty mentorship opportunities, as well as those peer-to-peer through people like our West Coast student ambassadors, which I'll talk about here in a little bit, as well as those staff mentorships that you really are going to collect. Something that's really unique to Elon is that all of our students will go through or experience experiential learning. And so what does that look like at Elon? This kind of takes shape in the 5 Elon experiences. So these are study abroad, internships, research, service learning, and leadership. And although these experiences are not unique to Elon, the fact that we require students to complete 2 out of the 5 of these experiences is unique. So let's talk about these a little bit. So as study abroad, we are the #1 four-year private university for study abroad in the nation. So if study abroad is on your list, definitely keep Elon on your list. And our goal is to have all of our students be able to have the opportunity to study abroad. And that allows about 79% of our students to study abroad, and an additional 12% to go on to our Study USA centers, which are centers across the United States. About 88% of our students are completing internships. 23% of our students are completing student-led one-on-one mentored research. 87% are really leaning into our global citizenship and our ability to give back to our community with service learning, as well as 55% of our students hold a significant leadership position across campus. This all combined with our inside the classroom experience really leads to amazing outcomes. So about 95% of our students are employed in graduate school or completing a service organization like the Peace Corps prep program within 9 months of graduation. And about 92% of that is related to their career experience. So you came to Elon, explored, found your passion, and then were able to pursue that outside of Elon or post-graduation. How do you become part of the Elon family? Submit your application by November 1st. We have early decision, which is binding, early action, which is not, and we have a regular decision, which is January 10th. And just to give you a little bit more of information on how to connect, you can connect with me, or I can connect you with one of our new West Coast student ambassadors. I'll put information in the chat on how to find our West Coast website so that you can connect with a West Coast student ambassador. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Fantastic. Thank you all for your presentations. If I could have you all turn your cameras back on, I'm going to put you all on the spot and ask you to share a little advice with our students here. I'd love to hear you all just share one piece of advice you'd give someone going through the college search process. So we have a few more minutes here, and I'll just ask you all to go in the same presenting order. So we'll start with Miami University.
Yeah, my one piece of advice that I typically give students going through the search process is to look at schools that you've never heard of or that you're not familiar with, whether it's a school that your counselor at your school recommends or a school that you hear in a college fair such as this, or something that a friend recommends. I think it can be really valuable because there are so many great schools and opportunities out there that you just may not be familiar with. So definitely expand your search and be willing to look at places that you're not as familiar with.
Yeah, I would definitely echo that. But I would also add, ask questions, ask every and any question you have, even if you think it's silly, whether like you're asking if the food is good or if there's internet service or a good cell phone service for your provider. No question is a silly question during the college search process. And that's our job. We like to be bothered. Not to speak for everyone else, but like that's our job. Our job is to be bothered and to help answer your questions.
My piece of advice is don't look just at the cost to begin with. All the schools that are here offer generous scholarships and financial aid to students, and you don't know what kinds of opportunities you might have unless you start exploring. So don't let cost be that initial factor that helps you shape your list. That can be one of those puzzle pieces that fits later on in the process for you.
Yeah, I think I would echo what all my colleagues already have said. I'll just say that there are more than 3,000 colleges in the US alone, so this process can be very stressful and challenging. We are here to help. That's what admissions counselors, want to do. Also, we're in a unique time where a lot of universities have a lot of virtual offerings. So go on their websites and go to the presentations or the virtual tours and really take advantage of those things, because everyone has, more online now. It's a great first step to knowing if a college might be a good fit for you.
Yeah, I would also just add that the process is not easy for high schoolers. I know there's a lot of anxiety around it, but there are a lot of resources out there, and those resources are growing. One amazing thing in this last year, I think, kind of one of those silver linings, is how many new ways are coming up that students can explore universities. I think, historically, unfortunately, universities haven't been on the cutting edge of, reaching students virtually, but this last year we've had to learn how to do that. And I think it's something that's going to remain for students, but find out what kind of virtual events are available. You can reach a lot more universities this year in really unique ways than any previous students have been able to do. So take advantage of that and just find new ways to connect to the universities that you're interested in.
So I definitely echo everything that everyone has said. And when I'm working with students, I always tell students to kind of let yourself off the hook a little bit, that there is a long decision. You're not gonna, necessarily miss a school. Like 3,000 is a lot to be able to try to tackle all at once. So, pick some schools that really have what you're looking for on paper. And then, when it comes down to it, you're choosing education and you're choosing to push yourself forward and to further your knowledge base. And so you're never going to make a wrong decision. So take that kind of pressure off. Try to have as much fun with the process, as you can, especially, hopefully you all will be able to kind of do more of that traditional college tour and have fun with that and just be open, and pay more attention to how you feel about a school. Of course, you want to make sure it has your major and all those things that are important, but make sure you pay attention to how you feel. I would say, kind of pay attention to what your heart says and how your heart feels, when you're either leaving a place or when you're researching or talking with somebody. A lot of times the people are really who can make a difference. And so make sure that, when you're looking at that you're looking at the community that you're going to be connecting with. And then also just for kind of a first generation look at it too, if you aren't able to do that college tour, if you aren't able to visit those schools and you need to make a decision sight unseen, lean on your admissions counselor to be able to make that decision. It's not always a possibility to visit everywhere. If you're able to, amazing, but if not, I know that when I was looking at it, I had to do a lot of sight unseen, and my admissions counselors were the ones who helped me through it. So we are here to help, and we can give you that feeling of what it would be like to be, at a place should you have to choose that sight unseen. So thank you all so much, and best of luck, and let us know if you need anything.
Well, thank you everyone for that great advice. When this window or when we end here, there will be a quick 4-question survey. We'd love any feedback that you can share with us. Again, please sign up for more sessions and be sure to go back within about a week to find this recording as well as many others. And so again, thank you to our presenters. Thank you to everyone who tuned in and have a wonderful evening.